Muling nagbabalik ang Project SOAR, series of online academic reviews of mathematics CLAID learning modules. Please don't forget to subscribe to our official YouTube channel, MTM channel, and follow our Facebook page, Math-sayang Mathematics Teachers Association of MANDunong. Kanina, ating natunghayan ang mahusay at malinaw na pagpapaliwanag ni Teacher Barbara para sa Advanced Lesson Week 1 ng Grade 4. Ngayon, kilalanin naman natin kung sino ang ating teacher presenter for Grade 5. Ang ating teacher presenter for Grade 5 ay nagtapos ng kanyang bachelor's degree sa Philippine Normal University in Manila. He earned his units in Master of Arts in Education, major in Administration and Supervision at Eulogio Amang Rodriguez Institute of Science and Technology in Santa Mesa, Manila. Siya ay isang teacher 2 at 12 years in service. Siya din ang aming gulayan sa paaralan coordinator. Ang teacher presenter ng Grade 5, walang ibang hindi si Mr. Rene Fornal.
Mama Irene, mga magulang, mga home learning partners, mga bata, tayo ng mag-aral at Math-tuto. Let's start our lesson for week 1 of the 3rd quarter. These are the objectives. At the end of our session, you are expected to visualize and describe percent and its relationship to fractions, ratios, and decimal numbers using models. Define percentage, rate or percent, and base. Identify the base, percentage, and rate in a problem. Let us start with the first objective. Let us define first what is percent. Percent means per 100 or for every 100. It comes from the Latin words per and centum. The symbol used is percent. A percent is a ratio whose denominator is 100. Percent is another way of saying 100 or in 100. We read 5% as 500ths or 5 in 100. 50% as 50 hundredths or 50 in 100. 45% as 45 hundredths or 40 in 100. Let us study this model. In this model, There are parts that are shaded and unshaded. Let us count the shaded parts and unshaded parts. Let us start first with the shaded parts. We have the gray shaded parts. The gray shaded parts has 5 squares. Children, let us relate now into fraction, percent, decimal, and ratio. So 5 square shaded parts in fraction, that is 5 over 100 or 5 out of 100. In percent, that is 5%. In decimal, that is 5 hundredths. In ratio, that is 5 to 100. Next, we have the shaded yellow. How many squares that has shaded yellow? That is 50 squares. So 50 squares in fraction, that is 50 over 100 or 50 out of 100. In percent, that is 50%. In decimal, that is 50 hundredths. In ratio, that is 50 to 100. Next, the unshaded part. The unshaded part is the white that you can see. That is 45 out of 100. So in fraction, that is 45 over 100. In percent, that is 45%. Decimal, 45 hundredths. In ratio, that is 45 to 100. Children, let us have another example. In this 100 square grid, there are 75 squares that are shaded. This can be written as follows. So children, let us now relate again the 75 squares that are shaded into fraction, percent, ratio, and decimal. First, in fraction. So 75 out of 100, that is 75 over 100 in fraction. In percent, that is 75%. In decimal, 75 hundredths, and in ratio 75 to 100. Both fraction and decimal are read as 75 hundredths, which means 75 out of 100. It is written as 3/4 in the lowest term. Picture shows 3/4 shaded parts. 100 square grids were divided into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Having 25 square grid each part. This is 25. This is also 25. Another 25. And last, this is also 25. One part is 1/4 or 25 out of 100, the unshaded part. 3 parts is 3/4 or 75 over 100, the shaded parts. 1, 2, 3. To change 3/4 to percent, multiply it into a fraction equal to 1, giving you a denominator of 100. Let us use the fraction 3/4. First, we have to find a fraction equal to 1 to be multiplied. A fraction that is equal to 1 is having the same numerator and denominator. But children, we have to arrive at a denominator of 100. And the appropriate fraction that can be multiplied from 3/4 is 25 over 25. Now, let us multiply. 3 times 25 and 4 times 25 equals 75 over 100. Children, ito na yung sinasabi natin na dapat ang denominator natin ay 100. Kaya hindi tayo pwedeng gumamit ng anumang fraction na equal to 1. Dapat ang lagi nating denominator ay 100. Now, let us change this fraction to percent. To change this fraction to percent, just remove the fraction bar and the denominator 100 and add the symbol percent. So, that is 75%. And to change 75% to decimal, just remove the percent sign, affix the decimal point, and move 2 places to the left because 75% has 2 decimal places. So 75% is equal to 75 hundredths. Next, another example, 1/4. Again, let us find a fraction that is equal to 1. And the fraction that is equal to 1 is 25 over 25 again. Then, let us multiply 1 times 25 and 4 times 25, that is 25 over 100. Then, change to percent. Just add percent sign, that is equivalent to 25%. Change 25% to decimal. Just remove again the percent sign. Move 2 places to the left, so it becomes 25 hundredths. The following objects represent 1/2 or 100%. A sheet of bond paper, an apple, an orange, a pig. The egg pie is divided into 8 equal parts. Let us visualize the represented fractional parts and how is it related into percent, decimal, and ratio. Suppose this is the egg pie, divided into 8 equal parts. So, in fraction, that is 8 over 8, or in percent, that is 100%, or simply 1/2. Or in ratio, that is 1 to 1. Suppose we ate 4 parts of the cake. So in fraction, that is 4 over 8. Or in simplest form, that is 1/2. In higher term, that is 50 over 100. Or in percent, that is 50%. Decimal, that is 50 hundredths, and in ratio, that is 1 to 2. What if we just ate 2 parts of the cake? So in fraction, that is 2 over 8. Lowest term, that is 1/4. In higher term, that is 25 over 100. Or in percent, that is 25%. We change to decimal, that is 25 hundredths, and in ratio, that is 1 to 4. A set or group of 100 over 100 is equal to 1 whole. Therefore, 1 is equal to 100%. The picture shows 125 shaded parts. This illustrates the fact that 125% is shaded, or 125 over 100. Children, look at this fraction. This kind of fraction is an improper fraction because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So, we will change this into mixed number or mixed fraction. A mixed fraction is a combination of a whole number and a fraction. So, that is 1 for the whole number and 25 over 100 for a fraction. Or, in simplest form, that is 1 and 1/4. 1 for the whole shaded part. Our numerator is 1 for the shaded part, and our denominator 4 is 4 divided into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Set of any number of objects is also equal to 100% because a set refers to one group. A set of 5 apples represent 100%. So, each apple is 20% of the set of 5. Each apple is 1/5 of the set. So, 1/5 is equal to 20%. This is 20% plus 20% plus 20% plus 20% plus 20%, that is equal to 100%. Also, 20% is equal to fraction 20 over 100 or 20 to 100 in ratio. Fractions with denominator 10 can easily be changed into a fraction with denominator 100. Thus, 2/10, finding equivalent fraction equivalent to 10 over 10. Then multiply both numerator and denominator, that is 2 times 10 equals 20, 10 times 10 equals 100. So our fraction is 20 over 100, or in percent, that is 20%. Children, let us proceed to our second objective, that is define percentage, rate or percent, and base. Now, let us define the 3 elements. First, the base. Base is the whole or the total number of which you take the percent. It is the original value that is multiplied to the rate in getting the percentage. Second, rate or percent. Rate or percent is given as percent, or it is the number followed by a percent sign. It is the measure of the part of a whole or set relative to the units that the whole or set has been divided into. Third, Percentage. Percentage is a part of the whole or set that has been divided into 100. It is the resulting fractional part of the base. Okay, children, let us proceed to our last objective. Identify percentage, rate, or percent, and base. Children, let us have an example through problems. 27 pupils were afraid of earthquakes and thunderstorms. These are 60% of 45 grade 5 students. Let us identify the three important elements, rate, base, and percentage in this problem. First, let us write the given facts or the given number. We have 27 pupils were afraid of earthquakes and thunderstorms. 60%. 45 grade 5 students. Then, if we will write this in a number sentence, that is 60% of 45 equals 27. Now, let us identify what kind of elements this given number. Let us start with 60%. Look at this number. It has a percent sign. And based from our definition, an element that has a percent sign, it is the rate. Next, 45. 45 is the total or whole number of the students. It should be the base. As in our definition, base is the total or whole. Another technique, class or children, in finding the base in this kind of sentence, it is always follow the word of. Next is 27. So, the missing element is the percentage because rate and base is already given. So, 27 is the percentage. Okay, children, let us recall again our number sentence in a problem. We write 60% of 45 equals 27. So 60% is the rate or percent. It is given as percent or it is the number followed by a percent sign in the given problem. "45 is called the base. It is the whole or the total number of which you take the percent. 27 is called the percentage. This is a part of the whole. It is the resulting fractional part of the base. Okay, children, let us have another example through problem. 10% of the grade 5 pupils were absent. There are 40 grade 5 pupils. How many were absent? Children, in this problem, we will find out that there is a missing element. And let us find out what is that element. First, let us write first the given facts or the given number. We have 10% of the grade 5 pupils. We have 40, the total grade 5 pupils. And we have the unknown. So, let us find out what is that. So, let us identify the missing element. So, 10%, this is, as you can see, there is a percent sign. So, that is the rate or percent. Next, 40. 40 is the total grade 5 pupils. So, if we say total, that is the base. So, what is our missing element? Rate and base are already given. So, our missing element is the percentage. And to find the percentage, following the formula, percentage equals rate times base, or rate times base equals percentage. Okay, 10%. We cannot multiply this because there is a percent sign. So we have to change this into decimal number. So 10% is equal to 10 hundredths times 40 equals 4. So our n equals 4. Okay, children, let us have the two examples true number sentence. First, let us identify the three elements and let us find out what is missing. So what is the rate? Rate is the 15% that is followed by a percent sign. Next, what is the base? Base is the number 300. It refers to the total or whole. And how about the percentage? It is our n, the missing element. So n is the missing term that could be answered by multiplying the rate and the base. So following the formula, rate times base. So we have the rate that is 15%. Again, we cannot multiply this because of the percent sign. So let us change first to decimal. That is 15 hundredths times 300, which is our base. And 15 hundredths times 300 equals 45. So that is our percentage. So our n equals 45. Okay, last example. 25 is n of 90. So let us find out what is the missing element. Let us start first with 90. It is followed the word of, and that is the total. So that is the base. Next, 25. 25 is the percentage. So our missing element is the percent sign, and the percent sign is the rate. Children, are you ready now for our activities? So if you are ready, let us prepare now our paper and pencil. So for our activity number 1, direction, name for each shaded part as fraction, ratio, percent, and decimal. Write your answer in the table below. Okay, for the first column in fraction, I will give you only 10 seconds to answer. Time starts now. Go! Time's up. If your answer is 78 over 100, that is correct. Next, for ratio, 10 seconds again. Time starts now. Time's up. If your answer is 78 to 100, that is correct. Now let us proceed to percent. Time starts now. 10 seconds. Go. Okay, time's up. If your answer is 78%, that is correct. Let us proceed with decimal. Time starts now. 10 seconds. Go. times up. Your answer is 78 hundredths. That is correct. I hope you got a perfect score. Okay, children, let us have number 2 for activity number 1. The same direction. Name for each shaded part as fraction, ratio, percent, and decimal. Write your answer in the table below. This is our model. Children, this time I will give you only 5 seconds. So again, the direction, write the shaded part in fraction, ratio, percent, and decimal. So for the first column, write in fraction. 5 seconds. Time starts now. Okay, time's up. Let us check. So, if your answer is 82 over 100, that is correct. Next, for the column in ratio, 5 seconds again. Time starts now. Go. Okay, time's up. Let us check. Your answer is 82 to 100. That is correct. Next, let us proceed to percent. 5 seconds. Time starts now. Go. Time's up. Let us check. If your answer is 82%, that is correct. Last for decimal, 5 seconds. Go. Okay, time's up. Let us check. If your answer is 82 hundredths, that is correct. I hope you get again a perfect score. Okay, children, for our activity number 2, direction, encircle the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. It is the number followed by a percent sign. A, base, B, percentage, C, rate, D, ratio. I will give you only 5 seconds. Go. Okay, time's up. So, if your answer is letter C, rate, that is correct. Next, number 2. It is the whole or the total number of which you take the percent. A, base, B, rate, C, ratio, D, percentage. 5 seconds. Go. So, if your answer is base, that is correct. Next, number 3. Is the measure of the part of a whole or set relative to the units that the whole or set has been divided into. A, percentage, B, base, C, rate, D, ratio. 5 seconds. Go. Okay, let us check. Your answer is rate. That is correct. Okay, for number 4, it is the resulting fractional part of the base. A, ratio, B, rate, C, base, D, percentage. 5 seconds. Go. us check if your answer is percentage. That is correct. Last, number 5. It is a part of the whole or set that has been divided into 100. A. Base. B. Percentage. C. Rate. D. Ratio. 5 seconds. Go. Okay, time's up. Let us check. If your answer is percentage, that is correct. Again, children, I hope you get a perfect score. Okay, children, for our last activity, activity number 3, direction. Write rate, base, or percentage to identify what you need to solve for, or simply find out what is the missing element. Number 1. 60 is 15% of what number? Again, I will give you only 5 seconds. Time starts now. Go. Okay, time's up. So, if your answer is base, that is correct. Next, number 2. What is 87% of 100? Find the missing element. 5 seconds. Go. Okay, time's up. So, if your answer is percentage, that is correct. Next, number 3. 4 is what percent of 8? Find the missing element. 5 seconds. Go. Okay, let us check. If your answer is rate, that is correct. Number 4. What percent of 50 is 5? Time starts now. 5 seconds. Go. Time's up. Let us check. If your answer is rate, that is correct. Okay, last, number 5. 22% of what number is 66? 5 seconds. Time starts now. Go. Okay, time's up. Let us check. If your answer is base, that is correct. Okay, children, I hope you get a perfect score again. Okay, children, thank you for watching. I hope you learned the relationship between fractions, percent, ratio, and decimal. That is, they are differ in expression but they are the same in value. And identifying the base, rate, and percentage in a problem.
Salamat sa panonood. Kung kayo'y may katanungan, bumisita lang sa aming FB page ng Math Team, Math Teachers ng Mandaluyong. O kaya'y magpadala kayo ng mensahe sa inyong Math Teacher. Ito po si Teacher RENE, nagsasabing Math-sayang Math-aral at Math-tuto.